the fuck out of here. Yo, Dre.
What's up?
Give me a funky ass bass line.
We stone.
We stone.
We streaming.
We streaming.
We stone.
We stone.
We streaming.
We streaming.
Came to this motherfucker like yeah.
Yeah. All my niggas in the chat and we also high. It's fun. Stone, stone, stream, 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 stone, stone, stream, stone, 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 stream, stream, stone. All my niggas in the chat and we like high. It's fun. All my niggas gon' get that shit and roll. Yeah.
We stone.
We stone.
We streaming and streaming. We stone.
We stone.
And streaming.
Yeah. Getting to the money, gotta get into the bag like yeah. Yeah. Roll up, plenty motherfuckers breathe like yeah. Yeah. All my niggas in the chat, they hot as fuck. Yeah. Getting to the bag, getting to the bag like yeah. All my niggas we stone to streaming. All my niggas we getting to the cheesing. All my niggas we breathing. Ain't gon' stop going to stop breathing. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
We streaming. We stone. And streaming. We stone. And streaming. We stone. And streaming.
Yo, yo, yo.
Ain't nobody came to see you, Otis.
What it do be? It's your boy Otis ain't playing.
Ain't nobody came to see you, Otis. What up, what up, what up, man? What up? Nah, we started on time, Kong. No fines. No fines. We started on time.
All right, we don't want to hear that shit. We was here. We was here.
Took a lot to get here, but we here.
Yeah, man.
That shit came down to the line.
So shit, man, what you got going on, man? How's everybody in the chat doing this afternoon? This evening?
It's still day like a motherfucker here. See
Well,
all
it's
that light
6
behind
o'clock.
me? All of that beautiful light behind me. Hopefully everybody's smoking. Let's see what everybody's smoking in the chat. It ain't many of y'all yet. You know, this motherfucking show is like a boulder at the top of a hill. Starts off slow, but once we get that momentum going, it's going.
That is partially correct. Partially correct, man. Just over here smoking. Shit, man, what you smoking? Matter of fact, I'll go first, man. Shit, I'm smoking on some, yeah. What you smoking on is not important, Scooter.
That shit was funny. What you smoking on, man? Fuck you. Let me talk about
man,
me.
fuck what you smoking on, Scooter.
Let me talk about me.
Nah, man, I'm smoking on some shit, wedding cake times gelato, and I'm also smoking on some rainbow sherbet. While the name sounds super fantastic and whatnot, man, trees is cool. The one thing I was excited about, and I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I think it would be a great topic, was, hey, man, I have found a seed in the weed.
Bonus seed.
Now, unfortunately, man, I done dropped that shit on the floor somewhere, so.
Lost seed.
So that shit is motherfucking pretty much as good as gone. But, and I was definitely looking forward to trying to pop that motherfucker and see what happened. And I guess my only question to you and the rest of the chat, which we can get into later, man, is that acceptable to work with and breed with? And if you do work with it, would you now say, hey, this is gelato times wedding cake? Or would you automatically assume that it's not a self seed and that it is a, pollination from another plant.
Yeah, that's like super interesting. 'Cause knowing what I know now, before I would have said, "Oh, it's a seed of what it was." Wow, if you're really from Korea, what up, though? That's pretty dope.
Hello. Hello.
Pretty dope. That was so dope. It made me lose my train of thought. No, I remember now. Before, before I started breeding, and I would like find a seed, I would just assume that it was what it was. But since I started breeding, I completely understand that it's a good chance. I would say a great chance that it was pollinated by something else.
Man, that would make me want to keep like a small bud of it just to see.
To compare, yeah, that'd be dope.
Now, the only thing that's fucked up about that, old weed don't ever look like brand new fresh weed, so might be kind of hard once the trichomes oxidize and stuff like that.
Say he's smoking Stars number 20 by Frosty. Okay.
Nice.
Smoking Dirty Diana. Look, do you sing the song every time you open up that jar? Dirty Diana, no. What if every time you opened up the jar, the weed actually did that by itself?
Yeah, man. I throw it out there, man, because I probably ain't gonna do it, man. But this was an idea, and you can ask Chowop. Because I be having a lot of fire ideas. Man, I was actually, man, trying to create a strain called Tada, and I wanted to have bags that when you open them up, they actually said Tada. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to try to actually have the world's first talking weed bag.
Ta-da!
Yeah, you remember that shit. So that's all. You remember that shit. Yeah, see. So all y'all, you know what I'm saying? If y'all get out there and y'all decide, man, that's a dope idea, y'all want to run with it, man, feel free. Just make sure y'all put Stone Distributors, you know what I'm saying? Hashtag Stone Distributors somewhere on the bag, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, world's first talking Mylars. That's what I was trying to do. But yeah, man, what you smoking on over there?
I'm about to light up this first pheno of Blue Magic.
Blue Magic. Yeah.
It seems to be a good split down the middle because you know high octane don't yield for shit, and Lilac Diesel. First of all, anything from Ethos yield, but this Lilac Diesel was big as a motherfucker, so pretty good split right down the middle.
Man, beefed her up a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
Now, let's say that you wanted to, and because I know you just had a harvest too, but let's say you wanted to go back to the high octane, back cross to it because you want it to be more high octane to add size. Have you thought about doing that maybe? Or did it not add enough size to where you felt like it would matter if you back crossed it?
I haven't thought about it because I haven't smoked through none of this yet.
Well, guys, you're gonna see it here. You're gonna see the instant deterioration of this nigga. This nigga's about to deteriorate on live.
Trim, but plus my lighting ain't that good. But the buzz is kind of chunky like that.
Ooh, look how you said that, y'all. Yeah, they was kind of chunky like that. That's all. Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's it.
Piece was about,
Damn, did you hear that shit fall, y'all? Man, you got some of that. Hey, girl, I'm at your window, Rhonda. I'm at your window, Rhonda. Open up. Yeah, man. Hey, man, I want to say this early in the show. Hold on, real quick. Early in the show, man, I want to say, man, make sure y'all hit that like button. Share that like button, a new asshole, man. Go ahead and share the show out to a couple friends, to a couple homies. Man, I want you to look to your neighbor and say, meat stretcher.
Whoops.
I don't know if y'all see that shit on IG, but that shit be having me rolling. That nigga say, look to you. It was a pastor at church. And that nigga said, look to your neighbor and say, she's a meat stretcher.
Uh, that was Blue Magic, the first Pheno. And then after this, I'm probably gonna smoke some of that Snowman. Which
Snowman.
the buzz ain't big like that on the Snowman at all.
But
Not
are
at all.
they snowy?
Gee, silly. I need a bag that says mids. Mids. They're okay. I've had frost here. If we being honest, which we are. But it's hella solid. This shit came out like the hype. This came out like very hype leaning. Like the hype number, my number one that I used that had the fine rubber terps and shit. It's got that
Okay.
smell. I still got a lot of shit to smoke through. Well, not a lot, but some. And hey, you're gonna smoke through some of it with me.
Man, that's always a good time. Always a good time, man. We got a couple really nice topics for you guys today, man. Outside of that, man, we will be bullshitting. We would love to have some of y'all if you have your garden. Towards the end of the show, man, come on up, man, and show us what you got going on. Shit, I've been meaning to reach out to Django. I was actually just saying that shit to Cho Wop the other day, man. Shit, I need to reach out to Django, man. But yeah, man, let's get into the show, man. Let's start off with that first topic, man. Is it okay to breed with a bag seed?
I think it depends on who you ask.
Yeah, man. I mean, shit. Right now, I'm asking. Well, I'm not. I know how I feel, so I'm not asking myself. But I'm
I say
asking
smoke.
you, and
How
I'm
you feel?
asking the chat. How does the chat feel? Hey, Kong, you tell them organic growers, man, if they got a light inside, they're not organic. I don't care what they say. I
He
don't care what
also
they
said
say.
black seeds are the best seeds on my mom.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I'm trying to think. I think I might only pop like one bag seed. Matter of fact, I haven't popped any bag seed. I have popped random seeds that I found in my own shit though. But I would, especially if the strain was good, especially if it came from a breeder whose gear that I liked. Now, if the question is, would I base a whole line off of that? Probably once I grew it out, and if I smoke it, I would fuck with it. Because some of the best strains have been Africans.
Tips 1000, what up?
Say
Django, what up?
Your 3x3 is our bag seed. They are for Black G. Well, I got a question for you, Righteous. When is too many bag seeds? When is enough enough? Like, is it okay to have one bag seed or two? When is
Well, see, man, I think it depends on who you talking to, right? So I'm gonna play a little bit of devil's advocate as well as God's angel. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're talking to a purist breeder, you know what I'm saying? He's only gonna want to work with seeds that have been bred, right? Because ultimately, that's the only way you can really determine the lineage of these beads. You know what I'm saying? You would hope, that would be the most efficient way to do so. Hey, man, I took this and this, I crossed this. Okay, I'm gonna get that from you, and I'm gonna use that and work with that. You know what I mean? When you got a bag seed, once again, you can't really tell where it came from. It could have been pollinated from another plant. It could have pollinated itself. then if it did pollinate itself, they may argue that it has, hermaphroditic tendencies, which would, eliminate it from being the plant that should be bred with. Also, that same breeding purist, if he's technologically advanced, may say, hey, man, we can do some genetic modifications to this particular plant, through these different processes. So, uh, but a motherfucker like me, oh man, shit, bonus. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit. Hey, look, especially once you grow it out, if you grow it out and you like it, and you ain't having no problems, shit, man, I feel like you should work with it.
I would agree.
Dang, Con says I popped 4 bag seeds and they out there Lamosa.
And strawberry frosted donut.
Oh shit.
Stupid gas in all caps.
Stupid gas. See? So
if you got an idea, I just say if you got a good idea of what it is, you know what I mean? Because you know at least what half of it is because of what you got it out of. So you can say, I would probably, if I was going to use it to breed, I would categorize that as, like, if it was gelato cake or whatever, I'd be like, let me call this gelato cake times mystery whatever. That's what I would say.
Got it. What up?
Have you actually smoked snowman yet, Con? I'm about to in a minute.
Facts. Take a chance and make good better. Fuck yeah. Okay, Django. Yeah, man. See, that's how I feel, man. I'm not too good for that shit, man. I don't never want to be a motherfucker that's so far away from. And when I say this, I hope nobody takes this negatively, but the common folk, you know what I'm saying? Because shit, I'm just like, I don't never want to be one of them people who feel like they're on a pedestal. Like, I'll be honest with you, man. Like, shit, man, I like when people start shit like that, man. But motherfuckers be like, I be feeling like Copycat, man. He be trying to act like on some whole other shit. Stunt, my nigga, stunt. But I don't know. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to eat. You know what I'm saying? I could probably never be like a billionaire. I'd be one of them motherfuckers be giving money away all the time. Trying to help motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
You got the wrong mind state to be a billionaire.
Exactly. But yeah, man, I'm not too good for that shit. I personally would love to fuck with that shit, man. Okay, yeah, a little bit of snowman and smoke last time.
Okay, cool. Just
Awesome.
like the phenotypes was across the board, because this shit was like, this shit came out smelling and looking like the hype that I had used to cross with it. It really was leaning in that direction. Now, again, it smelled like it and looked like it. I haven't actually lit that shit up. This shit pretty straight though. I will say that. They like Diesel wasn't super.
RX Mason, RMG was good.
What up?
It wasn't super what now?
Overwhelming. Here's the thing. I never smoked a lot of Diesel, so I don't really know what Diesel do to you like that. But I know this shit here, it's kind of slow and meticulous, if you will. Creeps in on you. You know what I mean? You just be sitting there high. But I don't know how Diesel is. I popped a bunch of bullshit too. Some of that shit that I got from the expo, actually.
Okay. No, man, I think that's dope, man. That you're gonna be actually running people shit in your area. Yeah. You'll be able to run that shit next to yours and compare it. And hell, man, if you like it, shit, you can even choose to work with it. You know.
It'll be in my forced collaborations box coming soon, where I just take people's shit and work with it, whether they want me to or not. We're gonna call it forced collaborations. Or
Hey,
jacking brains.
that's better. That's better than the hard R word.
What if that was the actual name of the box, the hard R word?
Oh my god, man, you're getting canceled. I can't stand next to you, sir.
The hard R word.
I can't stand next to you.
I'm sorry, and I done got high and look, made a comment right outside the topic and shit. I saw the
Hey,
topic,
look, man.
and I can't even remember what the fuck we was talking about. You gotta keep me back on track.
Yeah, hey, look, man. I done told these people already, man. They gonna watch the deterioration of you, man.
I
Cause you gonna, it's coming, man. Helicopter, helicopter. But yeah, man. Yeah, we was talking about breeding with bag seeds, man. Cause I feel like most people would feel like nothing wrong with a bag seed, but some people might feel like it's fucked up to breed with one. Now, here's another thing I will say too, man. And this is probably very true. If that particular, and it doesn't mean it's 100% true, but if that particular seed, let's say you got two seeds, right, off of some bag seed, and both of them are female, then more than likely, I would guess and assume that they would be S1s, right? If they come out, well, and that'd be hard to even say because what if it was a feminized plant that had an issue, or a regular female that had an issue? Because those harm me too. So I don't know, man. That's a really good question, man. Because it's almost like I would have before I even said that out loud. I would have assumed, okay, if it's a male seed, then well, shit, this shit came from you know some like male pollen. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's a female, then it should be feminized, right?
That's a pretty smart assumption.
But now you can't. But now you can't assume because what if it is a female, but you can't say it's from itself because it could have been from another female that was in that room. And it will also depend on like the grow up too, because what like if it's a big enough grow, then they're probably gonna monocrop a certain area. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I just had a mishap where I believe I got some pollen in my shit that was supposed to be pollinated like a couple runs ago. So it could happen. It could actually it can happen. It's hard to say. It's just hard to fucking say. Um, Rex Mason, if you talking about at the event that I was just at, I didn't get no trees from nobody there. And matter of fact, I was thinking about getting some, but Sunday, the last day, like some lady called like the paramedics or some shit, so everybody like hurried up, closed down and shit. Cause I was gonna wait to the end. But if you was there, my nigga, you should have stopped by my booth and said, nigga, I'm Rex Mason. Ta-da! You know what I'm saying? That's what you should have did.
For sure. That would have been dope. Y'all should have most definitely met up.
And see
Man,
what's
that's always dope when you meet up with people, man. Well, not always, but you know what I'm saying. For the most part, when you been vibing or just rocking out with somebody online and shit, you finally get to put a face to them. But it'd be crazy, like when a motherfucker just like I done been at a show and a motherfucker just come there and kind of stand there, and then like 5 minutes later they be like, "Yeah, I'm such and such." I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm the same nigga I was online." I'm just in sales mode, motherfucker. Like, back up. Do it up. You scared me though. I was fucking with you though. But I done met some cool ass people on online and shit like that.
Okay, tell Granny we said happy belated birthday here at Stone and Streaming 87.
For
I
sure.
should hope I can live that long for sure. And I ain't never been lucky enough. I don't go to the dispensary often. I've probably only been like 10 times in my life. And that's being generous. But I never found a seed in anything. You know what I'm saying? I've never been that lucky.
Damn.
Wish I could. I wish I might, nigga. If I ever find me a seed or something, you know it's going in the water for
What
sure.
you say it's up, huh?
Right in the water, hell yeah. Because if it was good enough for me to buy, it's got to be good enough for me to grow. I haven't actually smoked that Skittles yet, neither. I'm kind of interested because I never smoked a plain Skittles. Now this is a BX one. I don't know if they make a difference.
Man, that shit means it should be extra skittly. You know what I'm saying? Double bread skittles. Um, my question to you is, man, and I already know the answer, but hey, man, did it smell like Skittles?
It did like the tropical Skittles, not the regular candy Skittles. You know how the tropical Skittles smell different than the regular Skittles. I wanted to smell
Mhm.
like the regular Skittles, but it smelled like the tropical Skittles. A pollinated pistol is not the same as a selfie. Then was the donor male or female and or Hermy? Female pollen equals fem seed. Male pollen equals reg seed. Hermy pollen equals fucks. Actually, if it was Hermy pollen, it'd be a fem seed too. And another good question, because I'm one of them people that what up, Piff? I seen the pictures, man. Let me know
What
how
up? What up? What up?
you think.
I saw him too, man. Appreciate you running the baseline. Hey, and then here's the other thing, man. You gotta remember, man, that necessarily don't mean that you fucked, right? Because you gotta think about how many strains was actually made with Hermie Pollen, you know what I'm saying? Some of people's favorite shit. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
And some people will run shit that fucking Hermie. Like for instance, what was that? That cherry pie shit. That shit was known for that shit. Well known. Gorilla Glue number 4. That shit came out of what was that? That Chocolate and something else, but that shit Hermie, and now you got Gorilla Glue number 4. You know what I'm saying? Or Gorilla Glue. And motherfuckers love that shit. You know what I'm saying? So like shit, matter of fact, I love that shit. I would put Gorilla Glue. You said I would put Gorilla Glue maybe in my top, I don't know, maybe in my top 10, top 5, top 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the Gorilla Glue number 5. I thought that shit was pretty good.
I
You know?
remember you. I actually remember you talking about that like a while back, like a while back. I really do.
Yep, for sure.
What if a
But
female throws nanners her last week of flower? You pick them hoes off and keep moving.
hey, some motherfuckers might not even pick them up. They just drive them bitches down. Look it. You know what I'm saying? Cause I done been to the dispensary and got plenty of buzz that had like nanners and shit. I mean, and with
Dinner time.
those, and I could be wrong, but I believe you know, cause man, look, man, we was just talking about this shit earlier when we were talking about one of the topics. This is a real true statement, man. I forget a lot of shit. Like I know a lot of shit, but the shit that I have forgotten probably outweighs the amount of shit that I actually know. You know what I'm saying? So I could be a genius on some shit, and then 6 months go by and be an absolute fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to this shit. And that's just being honest. You know what I'm saying? It's a true story. So, uh, point being, man, I believe that's rotalization. When your plant, you know what I'm saying, Hermes late flower and reproduces seeds and shit like that. But once again, I could be wrong.
That's literally. That's literally most plants if you let them go long enough. I do believe.
Mm-hmm. We'll film in survival mode. Hey man, you can call it perm spray. Shit, man, I thought about calling it sex change, but motherfucker told me
Stud
I couldn't.
spray. You want to turn your plant.
Motherfucker told me, hey man, you're not gonna be able to sell that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, man, you call it what you want. I call it female motherfucking seeds. You know what I'm saying? And shit, man, motherfucking.
Do
I
you
don't be
want
having time to deal with all the fucking nails and shit.
stud? I make my plants studs all the time.
all the time. Um, but yeah, man, that's very interesting, man. And I would look
Nigga
if
said probably $30.
yeah, that's what I call it. I'm trying to tell you, man. And here's the other thing, right? Like, if you would have talked to me, I don't know, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, man, I could have probably got a little bit more scientific with you. But man, all I know is my formula, and I know how that shit work. You know what I'm saying? And I know I be having new drops. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to make your own seeds, go to fygspray.com and grab you a bottle. You feel me?
Usually I have some shit rolled up, but
Oh, you got to roll up on air?
yeah, I had to earlier. I was late to the show. Just to see the snowman on ain't big like the other shit.
Django says the first Girl Scout cookie was from a home. See, why you rolling up? I'm gonna go through some of these comments.
All right, right on.
Uh, Piff Popper, strawberry frosted donut. Oh shit,
Go juice.
my bad. Uh, yeah, we down here. Frank said they all wearing Bangkok spray. Django says go juice. Kong says I was talking shit. I was high. Django says Ladyboy liquid. Hey, that's a little too nasty, man. That's a little too nasty.
Lady
You know what I'm saying? It's a little too nasty. I just call it FYG spray, man. You can fuck your garden with this spray. You know what I'm saying? So what I call it. You feel me? Um Speaking of which, hey, this is a good question. This is a good poll for the chat. Not necessarily a poll, but this is a good question. Chowop was talking about
he Hershey's. That's funny.
motherfucker said he heard his. A motherfucker said that he would think about getting away from the regular beads because not too many people want regs. Hey man, I just want to get a feel of the chat, man, and see how y'all been. Like, what kind of beans y'all been getting out there? Y'all been getting a lot of regs. Y'all been having like people asking y'all for films. Like, what's going on out here, man, in the chat?
I noticed a lot of new growers want like Pims and Arbors.
Hey, look, Inu the Life says, hit the like bottle. Hit the like bottle, y'all. And the like bottle is only available at fygspray.com. Hit
That
the
would be
like
the
bottle,
lady.
y'all.
That would be the Lady Boy liquid.
Yeah, go get you some of the liquor. But yeah, man. Uh, man, what y'all think about that, man? You were saying you've been noticing what now? A lot of people have been looking for the films.
Yeah, a lot of newer. Cause a lot of people I sell to be newer growers, or they be like real old, not real old. Let me not say that, or older people. So they don't want to, or a lot of people don't have the space. Is really what it be too. They can't devote. They can't devote a set amount of space to finding out if it's a male or female.
Uh, Hold on. What else we got in here? Kong says, "Yeah, I love films now. Righteous spoiled me. Hey man, shit, everybody spoiling you, man. Shit, everybody starting to get on films, which is the wave, and that's what Django says. Films are the coming wave for real, for real. Hey, now I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit, man. Films and autos are the wave. If you can make auto films, man, I'm just not interested in autos at all. Like, I don't want to grow them. I don't want to make them. I don't even want to deal with the shit. I don't. It's too much shit going on there. Super autos, regular autos, fast. But like all this extra shit, man, I don't know. I don't want to know about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that I can't control when this motherfucker's ready to go in the flower. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. I don't like that we don't know how long it's gonna take for this motherfucker to flower. I don't like that shit neither. But shit, if you can get into it, you know what I'm saying, you gonna make you a bag. Cause a lot of new growers, a lot of people who don't want to have to do a lot of maintenance. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that you don't have to maintain the auto, but you know what I'm saying? That bitch is kind of like set it and forget it.
70% boys, goddamn.
Man, look, all I make is films, man. I don't even make rigs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, for me, I just feel like it's a lot less work. You don't have to worry about, like, let's say I pop 10 plants. You know what I'm saying? I got enough light for 10 plants, and now I got, three females. Or let's say I got seven females, which is still good. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, now I got three less plants than what I could have had.
That's what I don't like. That's that shit that I don't like.
Clone says he popped 5 wild tropic runts, all males. Farmer M says, "Nah, I still fuck with the Rex."
Uh,
Rex Nation says, "Ruder Lilies, Ruderalis.
yeah.
All of those equals cheat codes."
Yeah, that Wild Tropic Runts, for me, I ended up, I think it was like 50 for 50, I believe. Oh, yeah. I can tell you right now off the jump. For me, for what I'm looking for, what the hell happened? Where'd 10 Pack Tanner go? I turn my head for one fucking second and this guy leaves. Anyway, I can tell you right now, to jump, I'm gonna like this snowman for me a little bit better than the blue. I almost call that shit blue dream, blue magic, only because the turfs are like that burnt rubber, earthy type shit. I know some of y'all done grew the hype out there, but I don't know. I don't know if y'all got the same phenotypes that I got, because I had one that was like banana, and I had another one that was like again the burnt rubber, like type terps, right? And that's the one I used in the snowman, was the burnt rubber terps one. I used the other one in some other shit I got. But this pheno ended up being almost just like that, it seems. It weigh a little bit better. I got another one in flower right now. Um and we'll see how that one do. I also had ran that Cherry Garcia BX1. They give you some big ass buds too. I'm probably gonna use that in the cross. Um Coming soon. Nightmare on Elm Street. See, I like shit with weird names like that. 10 Pack Tanner is back. I just had it as a placeholder until you came back. Made me feel like I was talking to somebody, that's all.
Nice.
Something happened when I ran a hike. I gave it the rest away.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That is
My
what's
bad.
up. You said my bad. My bad. I didn't mean for y'all to see me. Yeah, I'm working on some stuff to cross right now. I can't decide what direction I'm. Obviously, it's gonna be a film drop this time. Cause again, for me, as far as what's selling, the films sell way more than the regs, so that's what we'll make this next round. Cause I still got a shit ton of regs left. This dude just want to keep leaving. put his placeholder back right there. Yeah, that hey yo, that's like my favorite. That's like my favorite new shit that I made, like for real. Although I ain't gonna lie, if you looking for like the weight, like if you looking for something that yield well, that Blue Magic yields. Those of y'all that got it, cause I don't even got no more sold out of it. That shit, I took some clones, obviously, but that shit yields very well, very, very, very well. That's what's up. Just let me know. Let me know. Buzz in the
Let me
basement.
know. All right. So, shit, my bad. I got my shit together. Let's get into our next topic.
I'm back, and I'm ready to be for real.
Yep, I'm ready. I'm ready like Eddie.
That's what I'm getting ready to do this time, Django. That was the whole point of me going through like them strawberry frosted donuts this last round to see which ones I was gonna take back across what. Here's the problem. I don't know if I want to have a whole strawberry frosted donut like fem line, but I got a couple things that I want strawberry frosted donut with. And the smart thing to do would be to reverse the strawberry frosted donut to these like 4 or 5 things that I got, but that ain't really what I want to do because a lot of times I want to do the shit that ain't smart for whatever fucking reason. I want to get that cherry Garcia in there because I like the size. I haven't smoked it yet, but I'm going to smoke it probably tomorrow or later on today or some shit. Cause like I grow multi strains. Like this last harvest had 10 different things, so got a lot to go through. I had already went through them strawberry frosted donuts and found which one I like the best, and that's probably the one I'm gonna use coming up. But we got another. Fuck it, we'll just do a whole line. I know what I take it across to. So we got another.
Motherfucking Kong says he slowed his roll after 72 seedlings died.
Man, you.
Yeah, man, you're a mass murderer. They thought King Von was a serial killer. This nigga Kong. Have you heard of King Kong? Not not the monkey.
I was thinking about that too. Actually taking that across this very same pheno blue magic that I'm smoking right, but I just got through smoking. That'd be crazy.
Man, that would be nice, man.
We got
Man, I
something.
think you should. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit that I be thinking is dope when motherfuckers keep going. And you know, that's the thing. Motherfuckers like us, man, we always gonna be trying to make something new. And the biggest thing about the shit is honestly and truthfully, man, that shit is not just to like sell us because we trying to find new flavors ourselves, you know what I'm saying?
And not only that, but man, just like the communal part of it, just like see, here's something that be weird, bro. I'm gonna say this, and it be because it irritate me, especially since I got some motherfuckers in here from St. Louis, right? This is shit that be irritating me because I notice it happen here a lot more than when it happened to other places. When a motherfucker make a strain or come out with their weed, they do not want to tell you what the fuck the cross is, bro. Like you finna go home and replicate they shit only, you know what I'm saying, and steal they shit, right? So it's cool to say I don't know. It's cool to say, shit, dog, this shit was really a fucking accident, a bag seed that I fuck, you know, a Hermes, whatever the fuck it is, right? Because like here, when we here and we be talking about crosses and shit, I talk very freely about crosses that I'm finna make, and you niggas done gave me ideas about shit that I want to make, names, all that good shit, right? So like, I don't be understanding why it ain't like that with every fucking body. I don't think somebody's getting ready. Oh man, what strawberry frosted donut? Man, I'm finna go make that right now. And even if they did, it wouldn't be the same one. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna be the same shit I use, so it don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody can make fucking Skittles. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can fucking make gelato. You know what I mean? So it's like
But it ain't gonna be the same, man.
it's
No
not.
matter, no,
It's not.
you know, even if motherfuckers could literally have the same exact ingredients and bake a cake, and that shit ain't gonna come out the same way because you know methodology is there's something to be talked about with that. And you're right, there are a lot of people who do that shit. I'm not one of them, but you know, just to play devil's advocate once again, man, I can understand why me or you have never had a strain necessarily stolen from us, right? And you know, my motherfucking philosophy is, hey, feel free to steal it. You said I don't give a shit, but you know how motherfuckers is. Man, I need this strain. I had a couple cuts. They gave it to someone. I lost mine. They kept theirs, and now they're the owner of the strain because I don't have it anymore. Well, maybe you should have kept your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should have got some FYG sprays, which you should have fucking did. You know what I'm saying? That's what you should have did.
Hey, because I don't come into the chat. We got moderators, don't we? I made motherfuckers moderators, didn't I? I can't remember.
Yeah, man, motherfucking everybody's a moderator. Hey, toolbox! I just spilled my toolbox all over the chat. Think everybody gets a rich. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I was just about to rich everybody else up again. Like, dog, how the whole fucking audience gonna be a moderator? We a gang here. Coming up with this next shit that I make, I'm gonna have some shit that I'm gonna send to the moderators, and it would be cool if y'all pop that shit. Cause I'm not gonna call y'all testers, cause that shit always goes wrong when you do that. You know what I'm saying? But just some shit that I want to just send out. It'd be cool for us to have a show where everybody growing the same thing, and we just all look at everybody's shit and be like, oh, okay, well, this how my shit look. Oh, okay, that's how my shit look. You know what I'm saying? That would be cool.
Man, we was talking about that shit the other night, man. Talking about trying to do some shit. You know what I'm saying? Kong says, "Who do you need?" Popped. Uh, Gary Coleman.
He's already dead.
Hey, look, Michael Landon, but looking like seeds, nigga, seeds, nigga.
Somebody I can't remember who it was. A random, not really a grow off, just more to see, just more. I was looking at it like this, cause I can't. No one can pop 100 fucking C's, or even, well, you just popped 72, so I'm not gonna even say that. Let me correct what I was gonna say. Most people aren't gonna pop that many, so it would be cool just to see how many phenotypes will really come across like a F1, right? Because everybody always says it's a lot of phenotypes, and everybody says these things, but the average person is only growing like 4 or 5 of them, right? So like it'd be nice if we got a bigger sample size, like just for us to like see each other's shit. Like, damn, my shit had real big buzz. My shit had small buzz. My shit was in the middle. My shit smelled like this. You know what I'm saying? Or everybody's shit might be the exact same. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't gotta. I was just saying I don't want to hold the motherfucker accountable for growing some shit like that. It would be cool if we did. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to sync up a motherfucker garden to get that shit like that because everybody grow and everybody's at different stages and spots and they fucking grow. It was cool. Hey, I'm gonna be honest. I had one. I've harvested Gary twice. The smoke was cool on both of them. Real good on both of them. The first one, well, I start the second one that I just had. The second one didn't have no fucking smell. Like literally, it had no fucking smell at all. Not a green smell. Like, oh, nope, it had no smell. The shit was dry correctly and everything. And then I put it. I just left that motherfucker in the whatchamacallit bag to see if it's gonna develop one. Now the first one had kind of like a sweet strawberry-ish smell. The first one did. That was my shit. They both, like I said, they both ended up smoking the same. From high wise, and even the second one, yeah, it's straight. The second one didn't have no smell, bro.
Man, it's called the stealth pheno.
Yeah, and Akon, when I had grew the OKC ribs, I had a pheno that was like super fucking. That shit really was like orange ribs. It really was like that shit was crazy. That's one of them strains. Either you gonna like it or you don't, cause you taste the orange and you taste the fucking Sunday Driver on the other side of barbecue ribs, which is why I stopped using fucking Sunday Driver, cause it just was real heavy. Yeah, Gary cool. Gary don't stretch. That motherfucker, it got the right name because that plant stays short for sure. I like the high.
Gary.
Yeah, look Gary. That's all. Look Gary. I'm gonna take Gary. I'm gonna take Gary back across strawberry frosted donut though. And
Oh shit, what is it gonna be called? Strawberry frosted Coleman.
I don't know. I don't even
Yeah,
know.
man, we do not need another strawberry Gary strain in the world.
We do not. That's the
And I
only
don't
thing
know
we
about
need.
y'all, but I fucking hate Gary Payton. I hate that fucking strain. That shit ain't no gas to me. But that's just me. That's just me. Hey, yeah, man. Hey, on some real shit, man. Y'all know I got my beans and like I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit because I
Tell
feel
us
like,
some real
man,
shit.
this show right here should be like therapy for me. I should also be able to come here and just,
That you're the winner.
you
That would
know,
be dope.
you know what I'm saying, just come out this motherfucker and go crazy. But so anyway, man, I had y'all know I got some beans in the shop, right? And I guess the dude had acquired a pack of beans, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. But he hit me up, man, and this was the first time this ever happened to me. And he said, I think he had a 5 pack. He said only one of the 5 popped. And man, I was like almost in disbelief. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. So, like, hey, real shit, man. One thing I want to say, man, I've never seen that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of like one thing, man. I know me and Joe have always kind of prided ourselves on, man. Our shit gonna pop. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so, man, I was kind of, man. I'm gonna be honest, man. I didn't believe the dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't believe his ass. But I was like, all right, no questions asked, man. What's your address? You know what I'm saying? And I went ahead and shot that motherfucker out, a motherfucker, another package right away. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I'm down to my matter of fact. I'm probably gonna go ahead and take that shit off the site today. Matter of fact, I could probably just do this shit right now. But I
Take
need
what
to
off?
take macaroni salad. It's sold out. Old Miller is sold out. So I need to take that shit down. Cause I don't never put like I only got this many packs. I don't never like
Who was
display
it
that.
that said that? Who was it? Y'all, cause y'all fucking help me figure this shit out.
Strawberry shortcakes and strawberry shortcakes.
Yeah,
Farmer M.
y'all help me figure this shit out. Who was it that asked me?
I like Django's the best. Django said Larry Gary Berry.
Yeah, I seen that. So I'm scrolling up in the chat. Somebody asked me, was strawberry frosted donut feminized? And like, I said it's not. And y'all actually helped me figure out the first. Because I only do 4 or 5 things at a time. I don't do the 27 things. I can't. I don't have the space. But y'all helped me figure out the direction I'm finna go in. So that's pretty cool.
One thing I will say, just to answer that question, how do you attempt germination? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I didn't even ask no questions because I'm like a no questions asked kind of person. My whole thing is, I'm trying to service the community. I say this shit all the time, man, and some people believe me, some people don't. So my whole thing is, I just want to be able to offer a solid product and make sure the community get great customer service while I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that way people don't really even have to be dealing with fucked up vendors and shit like that. Cause I think that shit is fucked up when you get some shit from a motherfucker and it don't pop. So that motherfucker, and I'm just telling y'all, and y'all already know me in the motherfucking chat. Man, I just sent the motherfucker another pack of that and like 2 packs of something else. Cause it's like, hey man, customer satisfaction is the biggest thing. Like I want you to always have a positive marijuana growing experience. You know what I'm saying? or as positive as I can. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, but yeah, strawberry shortcakes. I wonder if somebody already got that name. You might have to look that up. Maybe strawberry short stack.
Wasn't that a cartoon, Strawberry Shortcake? That was like a cartoon.
Oh, and then
Oh,
somebody was
okay,
talking about
yep. I'm getting ready to film it. Probably I'm gonna start working
very,
on
very big.
it. Weeks.
And then the last thing someone had asked, or someone had stated, they got the macaroni salad and flour right now.
That was calm.
Dope, dope. Because it's the last. I think I got one more pack left, and I think Con Buffalo said he wanted it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I just said, man, I'm about to take this shit up off the site right now.
That's weird. I must be missing something. I feel you from your standpoint, but I hope he knows what he's trying to do at least.
Yeah, man. I mean exactly what you're saying, but like, man, I've just thrown seeds in the dirt. I've just put them bitches in a cup of water. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've done it multiple ways, and the motherfuckers pop every time. Like, man, tell you, man, them motherfuckers be busting out the shell. You come back to your paper towel, and motherfuckers just be laying there.
Yeah, I pop my shit often with other people's shit, and usually it's among the first. The motherfuckers usually blow the fuck open. Like I literally asked this dude, because obviously we use the same thing to make feminine seeds. Why wouldn't we? Like if your homie make the spray, why wouldn't you use the shit? So that's what I use. But I noticed that our shit always like blow the fuck open. Like usually, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, what is it that you're using that make it do that? You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm gonna make some shit and give it to the moderators anyway. You know what I'm saying? If you're my, I'm gonna fuck with you like out of this next drop that I make. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna give it like y'all like a 5 pack or some shit like that. Some shit that I ain't gonna release. You know what I mean? Because if we thinking about it, bro, this is the way I'm looking at it. I'm gonna give the moderators like a 5 pack at least, right? Most of the moderators are actually fucking breeders. So the 5 pack that I give y'all, it ain't just even really. I'm not gonna put it on the market. It'll be like a strawberry frosted donut cross more than likely because Django gave me the idea to just feminize the strawberry frosted donut. So like it might be strawberry frosted donut times jealousy times strawberry frosted donut, which is the plant that I never released yet. Yeah, I got you. Uh, that's a plant that I haven't really a plant seed that I haven't released yet that I ain't gonna release. I do like it a lot too. Um, I might reverse it to itself later, like for me, cause man, I like a lot of times, man. I wish I could do like 20, 30 things, cause you know how I am. It's a lot of shit that I want to do, but at the same time, I also want to grow through my shit too, and that take time. Hey, it's funny you said that, Piff. I literally I had a seed that popped up out the ground. It was all white. I don't know if it's gonna die or not. It was white with a little bit of purple, and it's out the ground and it's living, but I don't know how long it's gonna live. I'm just gonna see what it do. Yeah, I crossed the. It's so funny. I'm gonna use the baseline. I probably am gonna have the baseline, not baseline. I just read that, not baseline. I'm probably gonna use this banana beignet times the strawberry frosted donut. It's probably what's gonna happen to make stoned and streaming. Because my first attempt, the baseline times the other pheno of strawberry frosted donut that I had, yeah, that didn't come out well at all. I still got it too. I didn't have the heart to throw it away.
What do you say? You had the worst of both.
Man, I had the worst. That plant had the worst. It's like, man, that plant took the worst characteristics of both plants. It was the worst. It took the worst things. It was crazy. I've never made a strain that took the worst characteristics of both sides. Until then, that motherfucker had all the wrong things. All the wrong things. Super leafy, super leggy. When was the last time you seen a plant that was long, lanky, and nigga 1,001 fucking leaves? 1,001 leaves. All of them greasy and oily, but it ain't no real big solid bud like that. It's just a whole bunch of little bitty, pretty, greasy ass flowers. Yeah, that shit was just a mess. It was a mess. The smoke was cool. It wasn't cool enough to put up with what I was putting up with though. But it wasn't like it was no bad smoke. It just wasn't good enough to put up with what I was putting up with. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take who was this? Into the life, right? See, that's why I fuck with y'all. What we gonna do is we're gonna take the banana beignet that I got over here, and we're gonna take that to the strawberry frosted donut, right? And that'll be Stone and Streaming. That's what we'll do. And that'll probably be the strain that I give to the mods, right? That's probably how that'll work. And we came up with it right here. What you think about that, right? You ain't opposed to that. That's both our shit.
Freaky beanie Fino. These niggas in the chat, boy. Hey, look, it is two different Finos at that baseline. You got the duck foot, and then you got what I would consider more of the Wi-Fi. And hey, man, they are different to me, man, for sure. I like personally, and I've said this shit on the show many a times, man. That duck foot, something about the smoke. I like that smoke. You know what I'm saying? But and it remind me of like a purple orange. It's really weird. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the Wi-Fi leaner. And those are the only two I actually found in that particular breed. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there were some that were like, well, that was kind of like the spectrum. Put it that way. You know what I'm saying? Those are the two extreme ends of the spectrum, and you have like little shit in between there.
What up, brilliant botanist? Now I got a couple botanists that in the game. Was you the one that went live on IG walking to go get some blunts in the morning? If you was, shout out to you. And even if you wasn't, nigga, shout out to you. I can't remember though. It was somebody with botanist in their name. I'm not gonna say it's you. Which one had a vomit pheno? I smoked that shit swiftly. That was for me. I think that might have been a Van Buren, which is that's interesting. I don't know if you want to disclose why it's interesting, but that that uh that was a Van Buren for me. And see, the Django, that be the thing. That's why when a person breed, that right there, this comment right here. When a person breed, that's why you gotta know your breeder. I'm not fucking with nothing that got a duck foot, nothing that don't look, and I don't want nothing like that, right? But righteous like stuff like that. A lot of people like stuff like that. But like, see, if it was me, it wouldn't that wouldn't have never got out because I'd have been like, nah, I ain't fucking with that. We better just do that shit over, right? Or do some other shit. But it's a lot of people that like a lot of shit. It's super hard to figure out what the crowd or what a lot of people will want when you breed, right? I tend to make 4 or 5 things at a time. 2 of the things is some shit that I really want, that I'm really interested in, and the other 2 or 3 are usually what I think like the crowd will probably like. You know what I'm saying? Even though I might not like it, I like try to see what the crowd might like. I just popped. I don't got that many more of them STL gas stations, but I just popped like 5 or 6 of them. That was the last of them that I had. I'm gonna go through my last 5 or 6, and probably if it's like how I think it is, probably make a R2 of it or R1 or whatever that's called. I know what it's called. I just don't feel like thinking right now because I'm fucked up. Probably make some more of those. This time I'm gonna start going back and making sticks of what I personally like. I was gonna make some more I-70, but the last I-70s I had personally in my possession, man, when I was, when I had my health shit going on and everything, a lot of shit had died. Those was some of the shit that had died. So now I know somebody that got some of my I-70s, so I'm gonna have to go and grab some of them.
Kong, I'm not sure which one had the vomit pheno. I know I had one. That fucking matter of fact, banana beignets had one that had that. Yeah.
No, it was Van Buren. That's what I'm saying. That's what I
With the
told
stem rub, Van Buren.
I grew that shit. I remember
Mm-hmm.
I used to smell that shit, and it was terrible. But then I would smell it again, and it was terrible. And then I would smell it again, and it was
And you
terrible.
gotta remember, Van Buren and banana beignets, and that was another topic I wanted to talk about. Is the same thing, just flip flopped, meaning like bread just differently. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Now, one of the things you had talked about, man, you was talking about, uh,
Wait, he says he's the baseline of EMF. I haven't. I don't think I've grown EMF. I only grew baseline one time, and my baseline didn't have a vomit, But I did grow the Van Buren, which had like it was like vomit and mothballs. It really was. It was like vomit and mothballs.
yeah.
Which leads us to this next topic that he was talking about. My bad. I just wanted to touch on the fact that he said baseline of EMF.
EMF to me never smelled like vomit, and I remember the baseline that you had. I believe that was you who said you felt like it smelled like cleaner. Like I believe that was you who said that.
But I had the
But
first baseline too, though. You got to remember.
not you. I think that was Colin that had said that shit.
Okay.
It smelled like some kind of cleaner, some kind of chemical cleaner smell. Or maybe he was saying it smelled like the cleaner that you use to clean the vomit. I don't know. I don't remember. See, like I told y'all, man, I forget more stuff than I remember.
And we do got a light crowd tonight. Somebody said that we should have more people, but we don't. I don't know. Maybe motherfuckers is doing shit.
Yeah, man, you know, motherfuckers just getting over Memorial Day. It's fucking Taco Tuesday. Motherfuckers might be eating tacos and shit. Man, ain't no telling, man. Ain't no telling.
I know I gotta. Man, this dude here with this leaving shit. just just pop it out the show. He lucky I don't live right down the street. I
Man, I say that shit all the time, man. That to me, that shit would be dope. I mean, man.
run down the street. What's wrong? What the fuck is wrong? I got a backseat playing label mothballs. Yeah, that is weird because, like he was saying, the Van Buren. Explain that shit, because the Van Buren and the banana beignet.
Are the same thing. They just reversed in a different order or flip flop to reversal. So French cookies times modified bananas was one cross, and then the other cross is modified bananas times French cookies. And one of the things that you were saying that you believe that you felt like in your experience of reversing plants to the plant that you reverse it to is the most important, or you find that one tends to have more of the structure. Is that what you were saying?
Well, what I was saying is when how people how they label their crosses. I just be wanting to know the parents. So like if it's a strain, it's Skittles is the mother plant, and then the father plant is Gorilla Glue 4 times cookies. I want to know that. I don't want it to say Skittles times Gorilla Glue 4 times cookies. I want to know which parent is what, because to me, I would feel like it's a great chance that one parent that's the solid thing, which nothing is solid. You know what I mean? The Skittles side might be more dominant because it tends to be more of it because it's only 25% of each of the other sides. So I would expect that to get a lot of Skittles leaning phenols in that equation, is what I be saying. Right? If y'all followed me with that imaginary shit that I just made up. That's why that's important. Whoa, that's why that's important to me. Usually, now I know I'm kind of weird. It might not be important to everybody else like that. I seen some shit yesterday that had 5 things. I'm like, how'd you get an odd number like that? Like, I'm like, it just be crazy. The it's hard to follow if you're just trying to follow it because everything that I pop is potential shit for me to breed with. Right? I'm not finna pop nothing if I don't think that I might not like to breed with it. That's just how my mind works now. Now I might not breed with it. It's a great chance that I don't breed with it, right? But it's a great chance that I do breed with it. Which is why, and I know it's a lot of people, like a lot of our minds particularly, are like that in this chat. That's why I said I wanted to make that strain, our shit cross together and then get that shit to them. Cause then they can build off of that, you know what I mean? If I had your whole line running, I would actually, well, I ain't even got my whole line running, but I might even do a poll later on down the line before I get ready to reverse this shit. Ask them what 2 of our strains that I got that I'm growing would they like to see crossed. You know what I'm saying? I might do some shit like that. Give them a couple options because I only got one thing over here. It's gonna be banana beignet times something that I got over here for sure. Yeah, I'm getting to the point now to where I do have a lot of polyhybrid crosses because I'm going back through working off of my old shit, right? And that's what I'm trying to be careful of too. I actually want to add something new. Whenever I work with my old shit, I actually want to add something new to it at the same time. So everything, you know what I'm saying, ain't completely like my old shit. But I also want to do a run coming up where I start with 2 totally new, fresh things, which is why I popped all of these seeds that I got, from the expo and other shit. I want to start with 2 totally fresh new things, nothing that I worked with before. And then take that and cross it back to some other shit.
Yeah, man. I mean, me personally, I'm actually a fan of the polyhybrids, personally. But that's just me. I could get why, certain people will want to go back to the roots and the basis of certain strains.
Go
I
back
can
to the roots.
I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at them. But at the same time, I think the polyhybrids. The reason why I like them a lot is because they give you the best of both worlds.
They do.
But I feel like, depending on what terps are there or what terps, it could also cancel certain shit out too. But I feel like for the most part, man, it just give you an abundance of everything. And it's almost like when motherfucker be like, oh man, I only like cookies. Well, shit, I got 4 of them right here. Which dream? Which one you like, nigga? I need to know which one you like, nigga.
Yeah, I'm working on in my mind anyway. That'll be like the probably last thing I do at the end of the year. Pay like you weigh strain where everything just yield big. Like I got a lot of shit that yield big and I'm gonna cross it to each other. But that'll be the end of the year because I definitely gotta grow that one out fully
Man,
off.
I was telling you, bro. Shit, I got the customer service times modified banana, and that bitch just been sitting there. You know what I'm saying?
Customer service.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
call that bitch Del Monte.
Del Monte.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that like a banana company?
Yeah, it is. It's a fruit company. Yeah. I'm assuming they have a customer service department.
Yeah.
Hey, nigga, you know how I be trying to make name strains and shit like that, man. You know, I was trying to do what was that? Times Mac Times customer service and call that bitch Apple Care because
Yeah.
that would be the Mac customer service equivalent.
If I could, all my strains would be named after 80s TV shows and cartoons and shit. Because that was like the best, right? So, like, I don't give a shit. Here's the problem with that. A strain called Michael Landon isn't appetizing. So if you didn't watch fucking Highway to Heaven, you know what I'm saying, you ain't gonna want it. Like that ain't got no emotional or physical connection to you. You know what I mean? So
Man, and look, but see, to me, that shit is like a hell of an Easter egg, right? Because, like, even if you don't have an emotional connection, let's just see a motherfucking go in there and type in Michael Landon strain. You know what's gonna come up? Highway to Heaven. Them niggas gonna be like, oh, this is an interesting ass story. You know what I'm saying? At least that's how I be feeling. Like O Miller, O Miller to me is dope because that shit literally had like two different meanings to it. Like, yeah, this shit is named after the basketball player Oliver Miller, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time there's actually another Oliver Miller in New York, man, who was I believe he had some type of disease, some type of terminal illness, and he was underage, but he was smoking and shit. You know what I'm saying? So he's one of the reasons why the laws got changed in that particular area. And you can
oh,
look that shit up.
okay, that shit scared me. Oops, he's smoking.
Blueberry, peanut, banana, strawberry, lemon, mango wafers. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you what I would like. I always wanted a good peanut butter breath, and I always wanted to mix it to the banana beignets and call that shit Butterfinger BBs.
Yeah, I seen that peanut break that Django got. I never had none with peanut. I would name it. I would steal if it was me, whatever strain that I use. I would steal that fucking Planters man, the peanut, and that would be on my packaging. The little peanut man, especially if it was really nutty. Have a strain called D's Nuts. That's what I would do if I took the peanut break back times itself, peanut break times peanut break. I call that shit D's Nuts. That's what I would do. And that might be why people don't buy a lot of certain strains that I got. Because because of the name. You probably might want to do something more appetizing than these nuts.
Man, you should come out with another strain called Manuel Lewis. Not Emmanuel Lewis, just Manuel
Manuel.
Lewis. Yeah, that nigga, so that way that nigga can't sue you because that nigga's still alive and shit. That nigga seem like he be going ham on niggas. Good old
But
Webster.
I be look, dog, and hear me out, chat. It's only 11 people in here, so I feel like we got a real good close circle in here. Okay, and what I'm about to say, I almost want. Just hear me out. Hear me out. Yeah, you got it. You got it, Django. That's what I'm saying. Point break times point break, man. These nuts. Like Kong said, you can even call that shit D's for short. But hear me out. Hear me out, chat. If I just came out, I already got Gary Coleman.
Hey, look, every time the bag open, that bitch play that one nigga, that shit be like, ha, got him. Yeah, man, roll all that shit together, man. These nuts, all of that. Talking
If,
bag,
if it's just like you said, Emmanuel Lewis.
Weldon.
You said,
Nigga Weldon.
you said Emmanuel Lewis, right?
No, Manuel Lewis. Just
Manuel.
Manuel. Yeah, don't even put the E on it. So when that nigga try to come and sue you and shit, you ain't even gotta worry about it, man. This shit
Now
ain't
look,
named
now,
after
now
you.
follow me. Now follow me. What was that? What was the little short dude, Vern Fleming, the one from Vern Troyer, the one from
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe you have a strain called Vern, right? Now, would I be wrong if I had a box line called Midget? Because you know how niggas call weed midget, right?
Yep.
Would I be wrong if I had a box line called Midget, even though technically they're all midgets? But I'm really
Well,
talking about the weed. Would I be wrong for that?
well, they're not midgets. They're little people. So you should name the box Little Peoples.
Little people. Hey, hey, and then use their theme song. Words are made. Change that shit around. Use the Letter People theme song, but call it Little People.
Tell you, man. Hey, look, man. These how these motherfucking strains be coming
Yeah,
up, man. Just so
call
y'all
that,
can see,
call that motherfucker
man.
midget.
Y'all be getting an inside look, man, on how this shit be happening, y'all. You know what I'm
Hey, hey,
saying?
since I asked that, two people have left. Since I said, I mean, fuck this shit. We're getting out of here.
I think it was the D's nuts, man. I think
Uh,
that's what it was. It was these nuts, man. They didn't know what you were talking about. It
oh
might
man,
have been our buddy from Korea.
yeah, he might not have
Uh,
liked that. I can only be.
I wanted to say what's up to all the Ajimas out there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't know I spoke Korean.
Man, I did not subscribe to what he said. Judge that only on him because I don't know what the fuck he said and I don't trust him. I don't know.
Shouts out to all the Ajimas.
I
You
don't.
know?
I don't know. I don't know that I trust him.
Yeah, man.
That would be cool though. Midget. Y'all lucky I didn't go to school for like film production. I had all commercials. Midgets. We tired of the same old weed. Introducing Midget. Chosen's Choice Archie Seeds.
Man, I would just have hesitations in calling that shit midget just because, you wouldn't want your shit associated with mid, you know? That's all.
That's true. And if there are any midgets that listen to our
I
podcast,
told you, man, little people. Little people, man. Have some fucking respect.
I do. I look at little people and midgets the same way I look at African American and black. Right? Call me black. I don't think it's disrespectful to call me black. I'm never gonna say when somebody say, "Are you black?" African American to you, okay?
Well, once again, man, that's how you look at it. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
they might look
But
at
the bit,
it
but
too.
the little people.
They might not. I would not look, dog. I'm
No,
gonna be honest.
look, look, look,
That
look.
way,
I
little
almost
people
called the
look
midgets too.
toy playset.
I almost called the midgets as well, but yeah, man, the little people.
Hey, Django said he got these nuts dropping soon.
Oh shit!
Boy, your nuts done dropped.
Hey, look, look, look,
Boy,
look.
Django done dropped his nuts.
Hey, look, you call the drop date the tea bag. Because that's when these nuts getting ready to drop.
Yep, see, that's what I'm saying.
See, there you go. Hey, that's what's up, steady dripping resin. There you go.
I didn't ever
You
say
know.
nothing bad about them. I just said if I was them, I wouldn't want to be called a little
Nah,
person.
steady dripping resin said little people be
I see
sexy, no
that. I
cap.
see that. I had
They be
already.
fine, dog. I mean,
Well,
that's
now
what's
we
up,
know we
man.
know who watches midget porn now. But look, we wasn't even
Jesus Christ.
we wasn't even asking it. But what I'm saying is like this right here. Like if I was a little person, as y'all make it, y'all done forced me to say that shit. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to be called that because little people in my day was like a toy playset. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't I wouldn't want
Hey,
to be
look,
I wouldn't
my
want to be
whole
a
thing is just don't call me little man. That shit would piss me off every fucking time.
that's not far from little people.
Or little fella, little buddy. Hey, little buddy. Don't call me none of that
What's up,
shit.
Enzo? What's up, Enzo? That's what I'm saying. Don't call me little people. Don't call me little shit. I know I'm little.
Hey, look, man. You know, man.
Don't do that.
I'm just trolling, man. I'm just trolling.
Oh, you want the little people. No, little people. Little people.
Little persons.
Damn, everybody watch midget porn. Okay. I feel y'all out there.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, man. Respect to y'all and whatever y'all love in life. Ah,
And this is really how I am. That's what made me. That's guys. That's what made me want to start doing this because I know people that do shit like this, and this is not how they are. They like present themselves in a certain way, right? And then when they be off air, they ass ain't like that. I'm talking in a whole other communities, guys. I'm not here, not in the weed community. Before y'all be trying to piece some shit together that don't belong together. UFOs, unidentified flying objects. Hey, right? I
hey
think you
man,
should.
just like little people, you can't say that anymore. You have to say UAPs.
I think you
I
should.
just trolling y'all.
Hey, chat. I don't y'all think Righteous should work on another song? We need another song for the show, bro.
Man, we got one. We got Stone and Sturmy, man,
It's a
and we
new,
got Rain.
it's a new season. We
I
about to
got a
hit.
question for you. Sun,
About to hit
sun, sun, sun. Every time I go outside, I see the motherfucking sun, sun. Nigga, no, nigga, no. When y'all heard a rap song before? Well, let me not ask you because I know what you gonna start singing. I know
I,
what you gonna start singing, Joe.
I
What
just
you been
think.
singing the last couple days?
I just
Something's
think.
wrong with Holmes.
Oh, wait a minute. I want to do. I got it. I want to do. I got it on here. I want to do. You better hope I don't got it, boy.
I hope you don't got it, man. I
Oh,
hope
you
not,
better hope I
man.
don't got it. Let me see.
Well, he ain't got it. He ain't got it.
I don't think
All
I
right.
got it.
So you got it.
No, I don't. Damn
I know
it.
you ain't got it, man. I know you ain't got it. The only way you can find that, man, you have to go to my Instagram page to find that.
Man,
Yeah.
something's wrong at home.
Five for some seeds, five for some clones.
Man, y'all lucky. Hey, y'all, man. If y'all got to ever hear the shit that this dude make, that's why I always be like, "Are you for real or are you playing?" Because I don't even know. I'd be like, "Are you for real or are you playing?" He'd be like, "Yes." I'd be like, "What? What the fuck is that?"
Yeah,
Yes.
man. That shit
Uh,
was hey, look, that was one of them sleepers. It was a heater, but it was parody. So like
something wrong
motherfuckers wasn't
at
paying
home.
attention. You know what I'm saying? But this was back when there was that whole debate over the $500 clones with the good brothers at the table, the green table. And yeah, man, I came out with that song. It wasn't even like supposed to be serious, but it was just, I was just trying to hype a lot of shit up, man. Like, which I actually could do, man. Like, show up, no, man. I can make some shit. I can make a motherfucker jump. And when I say jump, I don't mean like anybody in particular. I mean whoever the fuck I want. You know what I'm saying? And when I say that shit, like
I'm not
you know what I'm
co-signing.
saying? The best thing you could do is ignore me, man, because you know what I'm saying? I'm already like 6, 7 steps ahead type shit, man. And really and truthfully, man, I be trying not to do that shit, man. That's just not right.
I just think that the people think that it's time for a new song.
No song. No song, man. No song,
How you
man.
gonna be a fucking rapper and not even make a song?
Five for some seeds, five for some clones.
That
You don't like that? You didn't
some-
like that right there?
something's definitely wrong at home.
Something's wrong with homes.
I was like, if you think that shit tight, put it out. This shit never came out. This shit never came out. This shit never came out. I'm like, okay,
Oh man.
you
Hey,
think that,
look, man. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man.
but you would release
That
a
shit
whole.
amused the fuck out of me, man. And that was that. Hey, look, man. I'm only living my life, man. I'm not living your life. You feel me? Like I can only live
Something's
my
wrong
life.
at home.
Yeah, man. Something's wrong at home.
Yes, I am super high. Both of the weeds was pretty good. The highs is completely different, so it's like they fighting against each other.
Yeah, man. I'm over here smoking on the vape pen, man. I had a little bit of
strong at home.
rainbow sherbet earlier, man. So yeah, I'm just over here getting blowed.
Oh man, the thought that I just had, I cannot. I did see if this was 1992, I could have said what I just thought, but I can't say it now. That's just so fucked up. Rainbow sherbet, you say, huh? Rainbow sherbet, you say, huh?
Hey, look, and while you're laughing, man, Baskin Robbins got some great rainbow sherbet. I look, man. I just had a quarter of that shit about 2 weeks ago, man. That shit was amazing.
Who live in
Love,
Minnesota?
love rainbow sherbet, man.
Purple Punch is one of my more favorite strains, but every time I grew Purple Punch and I did get it from Symbiotic, that shit always threw some nanners. I always had like a seed or two every single time. Every time. Some,
Yes, sir.
something's wrong at home.
Y'all hit him
Hey, I got a question, y'all.
with
When
the
y'all
fake out.
when y'all
I hit him with the takeout.
when y'all start y'all seedlings, well, not you, Con, because I see how you start yours. You start all your seedlings in the little pea pies. But once they sprout up out the cups, how long do y'all usually wait before y'all start feeding them? What about you, Righteous? How long do you wait?
Man, nigga, you know me, man. Should I fucked around and waited? You know.
No, usually not like last time, but usually like
I mean, shit. Normally, I try to let them get, you know, they first set of true leaves, second set of true leaves, but honestly, that might be a little too late. You know what I'm saying? And I have noticed better growth. You know what I'm saying when I feed them a lot sooner. So I would say maybe first set of true leaves, quarter strength to half strength nutrients, and then once you get a little bit higher, maybe like you know, half strength to 3/4 strength. And then maybe once you get into like week 2 or so, you know what I'm saying, week or the end of week 2, maybe bump it up, go full
that's
strength.
that's what I started in. You started in solo. But I just saw you put them seeds in that fucking tray, and then
You said piff. Oh, you said calm?
yeah, he was the
Oh.
one that had the 72 in that tray.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I think he was just trying something.
I
I
actually
don't
store
know.
mine in cups. Like I actually when they come out, cause first of all, I don't. I put my seeds in the water and I just let them stay there. I don't do no paper towel and none of that shit. They be in the water for a couple of days and blow the fuck open, and then I put them.
Great answer.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. I think a lot of it,
I,
guys. One big thing that needs to be most definitely noted is a lot of it depends on your medium.
yep, that's what.
And you know, both of us we do use cocoa, so it ain't shit in there.
Nothing.
Yeah, man. 72 solo cups is a little crazy. Hey, man, but guess what, man?
Now,
I would
Lebanita,
only know. I would only know because I've been there.
I know, right? Now, Lebanita, what kind of soil do you use? Do you like use like a living soil, like a Fox Farm soil, Pro Mix? Like, is anything in your soil? Because what I tend to do is, soon as it's hard over here, it's hard growing in this camp over here, boy. I'm telling you, soon as you come out the ground with the little sucker leaves are gone, and you got your like first set of leaves, you get pretty much fed damn near regular strength with the other plants I got at edge. Now, what I might do is that first, yeah, see, that's pretty good for when you ain't really got to do nothing. Everything you need is in the soil. Hell yeah, that's work. I've been there, and I don't want to go back. Uh,
Man,
that was, I still got shell shock memories like from that shit. I don't want to go back to that.
man,
A lot of watering. If you got a flood and drain, well, see, even the flood and drain cups be like falling over if that shit don't be just right. Yeah, that shit was stupid. That's why I stopped fucking with clones and trying to. I got clone. No, motherfuckers didn't want to come back. Now I got 1 fucking million clones. I don't ever want to go back.
man.
That shit
Hey,
was.
look, man. I be thinking about that shit all the time, man. I just had a flashback, man, thinking about them. them fucking 2 tables and the fucking 8x8. Like the shit was easy, but it still was. It was just like it was so much that, and it was so easy that it was just like, man, I'm going down. I used to feel that way all the time. Man, I'm going down, man. It's too much shit over here.
It just made you want to figure out what that shit did for me. Is it made me say, you know what? I have got to get bigger plants that are less. Because guys, when I started out, I was the dude that had 31 half-gallon pots or 1 gallon pots in a 2x4. You know,
Debo says he's no till and he transplants from a solo cup to super soil.
I would have had you pick for a no-till guy. That's straight with the bugs and shit, huh? With the actual natural predators and the grass and barley and clover. That's true. That's true. I try to keep it basic, but damn sure not natural. Salt team right here. I'm not against nobody growing any way that they grow though, because it's a lot of shit that work. I can tell you what though. I'll tell you what. Uh, in my where I grow at, I actually got like actual spiders, like real spiders, not like spider mice, but actual like spiders, right? And what I noticed, man, because I can't catch them all like Pokemon, they be harmless and shit, but they'll actually help me control the cricket population that I got going on. Cause them niggas is like Bloods and Crips, so they help me. And I can't stand fucking crickets. I hate crickets. I hate fucking crickets. Cause they always shock the shit out of me if I'm down there and I see one and they just jump. And then it's like you trying to kill them motherfuckers. And they jumping all crazy, you stomping all crazy. Shit be crazy. So the spiders help me with that. I want to try DWC. I'm gonna step into it this year for sure, Django.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna step into it for sure this year, especially now that I can kind of control my temperature a lot better.
Hey, Piff says he uses Pro Mix for the win. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell y'all about me, and this is true, man. I'm probably gonna be an old, ornery ass man, cause I hate everything that I haven't used. I hate Pro Mix,
Why
but
do
I've
you hate
never even.
Pro Mix?
I really don't, but I'm just saying. Just saying, like, I
Pro
never
Mix
used
is
Pro Mix.
cool.
I hear a lot of people like it. I hear a lot of people like it.
Pro
I
Mix
know
is
if Piff using it is good.
what I do like. I can tell you that for me, because I used to use the Pro Mix. Was it DX? I can't remember the shit that had the mycorrhiza in it. But one thing that I did notice about Pro Mix using Pro Mix and cocoa, because I use soil too. I didn't have to water as much with the Pro Mix as I did with the cocoa, and that would be kind of cool now. But during the time when I tried it, um, I wanted to be in the garden. It was like cool, let's go to the garden. Now that shit is an actual chore. You know what I mean? So like Pro Mix would be kind of cool. You got your beneficial bugs right there. Yeah, I do. Spiders are good allies, and they don't even get real big neither. They're not like the daddy long leg kind. They just now outside. Fucking the amazing Spider-Man lives outside. Like big ass. Like I gotta watch that shit because it'll be some internet shit going on around here. How you see them big ass spiders like from the internet? Yeah. When you got spider webs on your front line, you be like, what the fuck?
Hey man, I'm high as hell, man. I'm over here just thinking like, man, what if you had like an actual flat top box on the top and like just dress on the side and the back? Like if you had the Big Daddy Kane type box on the top, but everything on the side and the back was dreads and shit.
Almost like a black person's mullet.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm
Yeah,
over here high, man.
BX. It was a BX and they did hold water. You are absolutely correct.
Hey, now look, we
I don't
we
think
do got we had a couple more topics. I don't know if we got time to get into this last topic.
I mean, man, it ain't nothing but our close friends in this motherfucker right now, so I'm cool with that. But hey,
Well, you know the thing about our show, man. I always like for us to have a dibble or a dabble of educational. I feel like we've been kicking the bobo and talking shit for most of the show, which ain't nothing wrong with that because that's always good too. But I want to give just a little bit of educational content, man. Uh, so if you get a chance, man, pull me up on the other screen,
no,
bro.
I don't want any education.
Let me see here. Let me see if I can share my screen. Let's
Hold
see
on,
here.
keep sharing your screen and keep teaching. Teach. Just hold on. I'll be right.
All right, let's see, man. Let's see if this shit gonna come out. I don't know if y'all can see my screen or not. Y'all let me know in the chat if y'all can see my screen. Let's see. I don't know if y'all can see it, but one of the things I wanted to talk about, man, which I think would be dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Is let's see. There we go.
It's too many goddamn FRG Spurs. Say
Yeah,
something.
man. What up? What up? You can hear me, but I ain't talking on the other one. I'm only showing the screen on the one that's up there, but you should be able to hear me on
Okay.
the mic.
Sci-Fi Gibson, what up?
What up, sci-fi?
Oh
But
yeah,
yeah, man.
what type of class? Sci-Fi in class for what? If you don't mind me asking, if you would like to share, because I'd like to know. I'm nosy. Got a bag of Red Hot Rebels, so I'm about to be sweating this bitch.
Nosy niggas. Nosy niggas. Yeah, man. So I just want to go over Spectrum real quick, man. A lot of LED companies, they're gonna have their own different ways that they apply spectrum. But when you hear the average person talking about light spectrum, what is it that they're talking about? And most of the people here, they already know what you are talking about is anywhere from non-visible light, which is going to be your UV, all the way to your reds. Now, um, you're gonna have some stuff in between there. You're gonna have your blue and your green light spectrum. Your blue light spectrum is gonna be down around the 400, 500 nanometers. And the reason why the blue is important is most definitely important for plant growth, healthy plant growth. Uh, it drives chlorophyll pigment absorption, and that is needed for photosynthesis. Um, green light waves from this particular document says that it has been somewhat written off as less important compared, but it is still used. You'll also hear some people say that you can go into a flowering room with a green light and not disrupt the flower cycle. And then the last one is going to be red, which is going to be most definitely used to encourage fruiting of plants. Um, 660 nanometers It's good to encourage stem, leaf, and general vegetative growth, but most commonly tall stretching of leaves and flowers. And then you have your far red as well too, uh, which also affects uh, plant growth. And it's pretty cool, man, because deep red as well as UV has been starting to be introduced into these plants or into these lights. You having different bumps. Um, People are adding supplemental lighting to achieve different effects. And I'm not gonna go in too deep on the spectrum. I mean, I felt like that was just real quick, easy, something simple. Um, a very easy way to kind of understand what people are talking about when they are speaking of light spectrum. And I'll give you a little bit of another little example as well too. They got some visual aids on here. They'll kind of show you the different wavelengths and visible spectrum.
Now I don't know if you guys know this or how deep your pockets are, but Green Jeans and his people working on this light. That's like a pretty much what it to what I gathered from it is it was like the optic what the optic got, but like times 10. And now I don't mean in strength, I mean in terms of separating each individual spectrum that you want. It's like a custom like according to this chart right here, my light, I can make my own individual curve, right? And mine might be different than yours due to the strain that I got or what I'm running. Like I use an example, like I might be growing strawberry frosted donut, and I notice that it's a leggy ass strain. Well, when I flower it next time under that particular light, I can increase my far red to decrease my stretching in that particular plant because I know it's stretched like that. Because with that light, you'll be able to tune each individual like wavelength. You know what I'm saying? Each individual thing. You know what I mean? I think that's gonna be interesting. You can you can kind of do that with the object, but not specifically. GML like do that. Man, we roasted GML back in the day, I believe. So it's hard for me to look at his lights again now. Do it. I am gonna take another look though, because that was back in the day type shit.
Well, it wasn't necessarily
It
that we roasted GML. I just think it was that GML was riding with HLG at the time, which a lot of information later had came out in regards to some of the business practices. And hey, man, I'm one of them people that will say, man, great job, HLG for getting to a point where you're actually, manufacturing and doing whatever other things that you're doing stateside. But at the same time, um, I still feel like, and it's just my opinion, that
What's your opinion?
shit, you can get a light that's just as good for about half the price.
You know what? I it's what I always. First of all, let me comment on this. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think you said it backwards, but I didn't want to. I think the blue eliminates much of the stretching.
Yeah, I gotta dive back in because I was into that shit real tough. I used a bad example probably, so I think you are correct about the blue. The next thing I was finna say is congrats on the unlocking. Keep it praying. That's cool.
I mean, shit, hell, we can go back
And
just real quick.
Django just answered it because I trust him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was about to say that. I mean, shit, we got it right here. Pulled up and whatnot.
It's unanimous in the chat. Yeah, the lights, the prices are outrageous, and that's the thing, right? This is what I
Good shit, Piff.
this is what I think about the lights. I think two things can be true, right? You're right saying that you can get a cheaper light and grow just as good as me. But they're right when they say you can maximize the wattage and the amount of space with the light we got, right? And what I always say is this: when people start putting that shit into real practical solutions, meaning, hey man, I can take this Chinese light, right, and get a pound. But if I take GML light and run the same shit, I get a pound and a half or a pound and a quarter. I need practical numbers, right? Because it might not be worth it for me to get that extra fucking half a pound that I would get because that light at the time is like fucking $3,000 more. It might not be worth it at the time. You see what I mean? So that's
Now, one thing I did want to do just real quick, I did just want to, and I like to always try to do this, man. I want to shout out the source, which was bioslighting.com. Just a quick source we had gathered up.
bios.
And that was it.
Bios. I don't know which one to remove. You gotta say something.
Ooh, you know what? Don't remove anything. Leave it up, man. I want to go over one other thing, man, just real
You
quick.
left that the one you was on.
Yeah. I'm about to open up a new one. Hold on one second, player.
See, and that be the thing. That be the thing. Calm. If I'm getting a decent amount now with the Chinese lights that I got, because I know the right Kelvin. This right here, I know the right Kelvin that I like, and the amount of watts that I do the old school 30 watts per square foot or some shit like that. Uh, no, that ain't the right one. It might not be worth it for me to spend that much more money. You know what I mean? I might be cool just to get another QP if I would get right. But 550 actually ain't bad, but I'm cheap. It's crazy. That don't looking at it, that's actually cheap.
And here's the thing, man. It wasn't like it was also like what you was trying to do for what type of space too, man. And it just seemed like motherfuckers was tearing niggas heads up. I remember motherfuckers was charging $200 for a 100 watt light, 250 for a 100 watt light. So it's like, how could I not buy a 200 watt light for 160? You still 120 when you niggas is still selling these 100 watt lights for, what I'm saying, $200+. So it's just like, no, thank you. I'm sorry, I can't participate.
I will say this. This is what I have noticed and what I will say. The most important thing about getting any light, a Chinese light, any of them, you want to make sure that you got a mean well driver. All of my Chinese lights that got mean well drivers are doing just fine. The ones that don't are gonna fail. They haven't failed yet, but they will fail because
And
some
here's
have.
the thing, and here's another thing about that mean well driver, right? And this is very important too, right? Let's say you get the mean well and it does fail on you, right? Mean well themselves have a warranty for parts. But not only that, let's say you were to buy the part yourself, it's readily available. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of companies, electronic depots and shit. Like when I built my lights, there was a place out here that literally had the part and they just mailed it to me. They wouldn't let me will call it, which is when you just go there and shit.
Yeah,
But
and see that's what I think the most important part is about your light. To me, right? So like I would say when you buying a cheap light, yeah, that's the thing, man. That's the thing. Sci-fi, that's the thing. I like optic, but man, them prices stupid. Because I've already dabbled in the Chinese market my whole growing life. 2,000 can light my fucking man. Look, you tell me you spend $2,000 and how much can you light? How many watts can you get? Man, I get triple that amount that what optic get. But the problem is now, this is what we was talking about with the
look,
light.
man, that 2000 in China, man, you can do 4 grow rooms and a whole house full of Christmas lights.
Yep, but
That
what
sets the yard up, nigga. A fully automated Santa. You see
But what you
reindeer, it buck on the roof and shit.
but what you can't do is individually tune the spectrum, and that's what got me. That's what piqued my interest at this point. You know, you used to call me what you call me, man, novelty man. That's got my interest peaked. Being able,
I'm novelty man.
right? That's got my interest peaked. You know what I'm saying? I actually wanna control my spectrum now. But what I don't want is $2,000 worth. Fuck that. I just won't be controlling that shit if I can't. China will catch up. Somebody in China make a light I can tune.
And here's the thing, man. I got plenty of lights, man. And this dude to tell you, man. And knock on wood, man. I've never really had a light go out. The light I built never went out. The
No,
lights I bought never went out. The only lights that I've ever had or seen blown diodes on were Mars lights. That's
I
the only one, and not the new style ones. I'm talking about like the
pop pen.
Mars 2 1200, like the old box style
The box.
purple light
My
with the
pop
glow
pen.
and the bloom switch.
My pop pen. Part of that boy had went out. I had all kind of lights. Fucking fail. You know,
Hmm.
I had some good China lights. I done had some bad China lights. No lie. I done had all types of shit go well. But I tell you something. I could tell you, the micros, they still be pushing. No lie. They bulky and inconvenient, and it's just one big ass cob. So the way the lights dispersed is kind of fucked
Man, I
up.
remember when you got that shit, man. That shit was like when everybody was out here hustling, bustling, trying to get some type of sponsorship. Like I remember when niggas was getting like the nutrients, free nutrients, nutrient sponsorships, light sponsorships. I remember when 420 girl was with Mars. I don't know if she's still with Mars, but then she got with Optic. You was with what's that nigga name?
Micro,
Neil? No, what's the nigga name though? The
uh,
dude
fuck, I forgot his name.
Neil from Migro or some shit. Whatever his name is. But yeah, man.
I
People was
chose
out here
the
getting
wrong
it.
team, man. I chose the wrong.
Niggas was trying to get sponsored by. That's when Grow Mile was popping.
Yep.
I remember all that shit.
Rapid LED, I believe that was his shit.
But man, let's do this one last topic, man, because I thought this shit was pretty interesting. This one's coming from MJ Bids. And it says marijuana advertisers face hurdles with Twitter's newest ad policies.
What?
Twitter might have further eased its rules for cannabis advertising, but the changes don't seem to have made it any easier for marijuana businesses to take advantage of the social media's platform's wide reach. So, one of the things why I thought this was interesting is one of the homies, they had got banned off of Instagram, and they was telling me that Twitter seemed to have been a little bit more freer place. Now, obviously, this is talking about the advertisement side of it, but I still wanted to talk about it. So, in this particular example, they talking about Twitter requires advertisers to be a Twitter Blue or verified organization subscriber, which enables them to add blue or gold check marks to their account. It costs $8 a month to get the blue check mark, or $1,000 a month for a gold check mark. The latter being an expense many small marijuana businesses can't afford, particularly when companies are struggling financially because of low wholesale and retail prices and fierce competition from the illicit market. Hmm. Hey
What does that
man,
1,000 get you for the gold check mark? Like, what can you do with the gold you can't do with the blue?
I think one is personal and one is organization. So if you're a business, verified organization, anybody can just, I don't know. That's interesting. I don't know what the difference is, but that would be my assumption. One is for like businesses, and one, like if you want to be a verified business on Twitter, maybe you gotta pay a ban. I don't know.
I just want to do business on Twitter. I mean, I don't understand what you get for paying. Why would I pay them 1,000 a month? Do I get a free storefront or like I don't even understand.
Well, here's a couple of things that are pretty interesting. Twitter pivots. So this is a little bit further down the page. It says so they opened up the door back in February to the U.S. for marijuana advertising. Cannabis companies reported mixed results. Twitter says they have gathered meaningful feedback from the cannabis industry, which we have taken into consideration to create even more opportunity or to create even more opportunity. So maybe they'll be addressing uh, some of these things. Under newly revised rules, cannabis advertisers are allowed to promote branding and product specific content. The ads can only feature products in their packaging. So, I mean, shit, that's dope. Kind of. I mean, you can't really show your weed or nothing, but maybe you can. So,
I mean, I
um,
guess I'm just still trying to figure out,
now here's something else that's pretty cool. I'm gonna read this last paragraph. So, according to Rosie Mattio, CEO of New York-based cannabis industry marketing firm Mattio Communications, Twitter is permitting medical cannabis ads targeting users in Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, Puerto Rico, Rhode Island, South Dakota, and West Virginia. And it also says the use marijuana ads also are permitted in Missouri's new adult use market. So pretty much all you're required to do is sign an attestation indicating they are licensed to do business in their states. Their ads will appear. They can target only customers 21 and older in jurisdictions where they live. So, I mean, shit, that might be beneficial to you. You know what I'm saying? Because you can target a wide audience. Uh, However, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers most definitely ain't trying to pay that 1,000 a month. And I think you said it best. It depends on what you're gonna get out of that 1,000.
So can I do that with the $6 a month option or no?
Well, once again, they didn't really get into what their packages were and what plans they offer, but it just talks about the two different plans and packages that they did offer.
Yeah, that's like paying for advertising, which I guess is cool.
Pretty much paying for advertising, paying to be verified.
So now I can advertise Archie's. One dead for real. I'm hoping the other survive. Too many black asses on the screen. I don't know which one is you. Ooh, let's do that. Okay, there we go.
I bet you know now.
10-pack tenner. Yeah, we did.
I bet you know now, don't you, Dim Bag?
I didn't get a fraction of those sales. Now don't forget, Django. Point Break times Point Break. Peanut Break. I said Point Break. That's a movie like a motherfucker. Peanut Break times Peanut Break is these nuts. Don't forget about shortcake. Oh, strawberry shortcake. I just like shortcakes. I like that better. I'm pretty sure it's a strawberry shortcake. That made me think about that fucking cartoon with them little kids with the big ass head.
Hey, man, you could also call them shits gnome nuts.
No, that's what I get. That's what once Django make these nuts, I'm gonna take these nuts and cross it to Gary Coleman and call it gnome nuts.
Oh, no.
We gotta get that Point Break. Why do I fucking keep calling that shit Point Break? We gotta get that peanut break out first though.
Man, into the private pockets.
Into the private pockets.
Man, I was watching this shit the other day, where this billionaire, he was like, motherfuckers act like he's not in. Man, I grew up in the projects, man. I came from nothing. I worked for these billions. Motherfuckers act like this shit just fell out of the sky. I can see how these motherfuckers probably be feeling too, but it'd be like, God damn, nigga, you got $1 billion. What the fuck you need $1 billion for? Think you getting ready to go to war? Now, I ain't trying to tell you how much money to have and how much money not to have, but it's just like, goddamn, if you niggas paid the rest of the niggas, like you paid, if you took the one nigga, stop paying that nigga so much fucking money, and you paid everybody else some of that fucking money, like everybody would do well. You know what I'm saying? Once again, I don't have the billionaire mentality, so I'm looking at a company. Nigga, it's 500 employees. One nigga makes, you know what I'm saying, $78 million in one fucking year. And the rest of the fucking payroll for the entire company is motherfucking 56 million for the year. Well,
Hey,
damn.
wasn't you gonna make a strain called Hot Pocket before?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Uh, possibly. Man, you know I be throwing around all kinds of names. It's only one. It's only two names right now that's gonna stick. One I ain't even talking. Matter of fact, I'm not talking about neither one of them again
Now,
until I actually do
Django,
them.
I can't make gnome nuts until you make these nuts, right? So as soon as you drop, as soon as these nuts drop, then I can cop a pack from you, and then we can make gnome nuts. And if I'm you, I'm taking these nuts and making a whole line.
Man, a whole line. These nuts, that's nuts. He's nuts. We nuts.
And
They
then I'm gonna
nuts.
take that, and then I'm gonna take
Grape
this,
nuts.
and then I'm gonna take this skit from Snoop Dogg.
Ah,
We say if I got some nuts on the wall, you got walnuts. I'm gonna take that whole skit.
what up? Lion Tent Gang.
I like that.
Hey, look. I'm trying to tell you, man. You need to mix that shit times grape cushion, call it grape nuts.
Hey, it did take all the grape nuts commercials, nigga.
Chestnuts. Walnuts. You feel like, nigga.
Nuts roasting on an open fire.
Oh, man. Macadamia nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, man,
My nigga
I think
said,
we need to get off the line because this shit is going crazy right now. Matter of fact, it's going nuts. You feel? Shit, man. I don't know if you would like to, man. I can only go back so far in the chat, man. If you like to do the shout out this week, man, that would be amazing.
nuts. Yeah, that's cool.
To shoot one of you niggas into the future.
All right.
Rather have your blood on my hands than my head on my pants. Will you be ready? I ain't going.
Alright.
I ain't going.
Who was first today?
Come for me. I'm fully loaded.
Nigga's ass up.
Who was first today?
When they come for me.
I don't know who was first. Shout out to
If you try it,
Frank Howard, aka Pitbull. Django. Rex Mason slid through this motherfucker. Shout out to everybody, especially slid through the St. Louis, of course. I love y'all for that shit. Django's in this motherfucker. Nebo was in this bitch. Former El Cindian. No, I'm just fucking with y'all. I used to fuck your name up in the beginning. End of the life. Can't shout you up, you don't comment. Lebanon, brilliant botanist. Steady dripping resin. Sci-fi. All the same motherfuckers though. But hey, I like seeing the same people. We need some new people.
I'll blow your ass away. Kill me, a stupid son of a bitch. I'll blow your ass away. Oh no, he dead.
Right, Kelly.
Get the fuck away from me.
T-Pain. I think that was everybody, man. You know, we had a light show. We had a pretty light show. I still enjoyed it. Whoa, anything you want to leave people with?
I'm not scared. I'm not scared. Oh man, it's the boy right there playing, man.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, man. You wanted a new song that bad, huh?
I wanted to do something, man. I was like, man, we need something fresh. Man.
Yeah, man.
Cheers every time, man. Every time. I just picture you in the booth screaming.
Man. Hey, look. It was a day kind of like this where a motherfucker probably had a little bit too much to smoke. It was like, you know what, man? Fuck it. Let's just do some ignorant ass shit. Let's get this shit out.
Buddy. Oh god, this is an awesome show. I'm super high. Y'all probably I'm gonna have to go back and see the transformation myself. Whew. Anything else you want to leave them with, bro? Before we out of this motherfucker?
Man, you already know, man. Appreciate the love for the Star the Streaming family, man. It's your boy Righteous Ain't Playing.
Ooh, this shows it, man. Get them goddamn umbrellas out.
Rain, 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 rain. Every time you see the boy, got a brand new strain. And the shit so Waco. Flame, 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 flame. Put your ass in a ditch. Saddam El Hussein. Two things that a nigga know. Pot of beans, let the shit grow. Green light, that mean go. That mean go. Two things that a nigga know. Pot of beans, let the shit grow. Green light, that mean go. That mean go. That man go. That man go. Beat the game. Cheddar lingo. Nigga, how far would a green take you? As far as you go. That man go. That man go. Beat the game. Cheddar lingo. Nigga, how far would a green take you? As far as you go. It ain't no game. It ain't no game. All of these niggas, they looking for game. Lining they pockets, they flooding they pockets, they lining they pockets with all of this change. Shit ain't no game. Shit ain't no game. All of these niggas, they do it for game. But one thing won't change. It will remain the same. None of these niggas will ever reign. All these hundreds in this bitch is gone. Tommy gun, honey bun, it's gone. Hope you brought your umbrella, it's gone. And we gon' cause it's gone. All these hundreds in this bitch is gone. Tommy gun, honey bun, it's gone. Hope you brought your umbrella, it's gone. And we gon' cause it's gone. All these hundreds in this bitch is gone. Tommy gun, honey bun, it's gone. Hope you brought your umbrella, it's gone. And we gon' cause it's gone.